And good evening. Sorry for the delay, everyone, and welcome to Toy Soldiers Old School. Oh, I guess I should turn my camera on. We're already on that screen, are we? Okay, that's great. Hello. I'm Diane Morrison. I'm also known as Sable Aradia. I am the creator of the Toy Soldiers Saga. This is a Pathfinder First Edition campaign in the Toy Soldiers Saga universe. I play Celine Wintermist, who somehow ended up the captain of this Special Forces Avalonian Marine unit. She is an idealistic young priestess who joined the first the Navy and then the Marines in order to see the universe and maybe help some people out along the way. My and her pronouns are she or they.
Okay, Brianna?
Hello, I'm Brianna, also known as Siobhan the Writer. I play Lilas Madrimlian, better known as just Madrimlian. He is an altruistic elf who's looking to start his own division of the Avalonian Imperial Navy for intelligence. He joined the Navy out of family obligations and has come to find love and companionship through his unit. His pronouns are he, him, mine are she, her.
Okay, Rowan.
Hi, I'm Rowan. I play Von Vin Starsong. She's a happy-go-lucky druidess who joined the Avalonian Imperial Navy to see the universe, fly on starseed ships, which are amazing, and visit new worlds, see new things, and occasionally she likes to stab a slaver in the groin. Her pronouns are she, her, and so are mine.
Okay, Blake.
Hi, I'm Blake. I'll be playing the part of Crowley. He is a Peanock, a feline-like race of my own creation. He joined the Navy along with his friend Yasma. They've been having grand adventures. His pronouns are he, him, and so are mine.
Okay, Dawn.
Hi, I'm Dawn. I play Nesbeth Snowwind. I was an orphaned elf. I joined the Navy just for something to do and get some grand adventures in with my friend there. And I found out I had a dad and some sisters and a brother, and met myself a partner, and just recently I've turned into a tiger. I turned back, but and our pronouns are she, her.
Okay, and Chris. Oh, we lost Sable.
Hi, I'm Chris. I play Arian. He's the older, grizzled, ex-enlisted elf. He thought he was an orphan as well, or his parents had been killed, but that turns out not to be true. Found out he was a nobleman, and due to societal obligations, moved up to the officer ranks, but still thinks like the sergeant he was, and still thinks, and it's his job to keep all these other people alive. My pronouns are he, him.
You didn't lose me, by the way. You lost Gareth. Things just moved in the perfect way to conceal that.
Okay. Mark out of the way. Okay. So, Arden. G-Man. Is he back yet? No. Okay. When he returns, we'll get Arden to introduce himself. In the meantime, I'm Aaron Ree. Oh, you're back. Okay.
Yeah, I just got back.
All right. Introduce yourself.
I am Taz, also known as Gman099 on the internet. I play Arden Spellsword, a Magus Tensai crafter who's too obsessed with crafting. Pronouns are he, him.
Okay. And I'm Aaron. I'm the game master. I control the flow of the game, and I also play the part of Ruavel Sunfall, who is destined to become the father of the protagonist of the Toy Soldier Saga books. Hello, Daz. Welcome to our game.
You're just in time. We're just getting started here. I believe we were about to have our intelligence officer's report.
Yes.
Egads! Intelligence log supplemental. We've just encountered the. Oh shoot! What syndicate
Rabbit
was that?
Candy is raiding. All right.
Hello, Rabbit Candy Void, and thank you very much for the raid. Welcome, guys. Words from the wolves, indeed. Oh, hey, nice. Aegon's with them. Good to see you, Aegon. Hi, Bob. Good to see you. Hi, Calamity. Good to see you as well. Hi, welcome to Air Force. I mean the Air Force. Good one, Chris. That's great.
Gareth is having some signal problems tonight, so he'll probably just be listening in.
Okay. We'll just leave you sit there, Gareth.
Prepare to repel borders. No, we want them to stay.
I have no good music.
Moon's waiting for 70k points. I guess before I make poor Madrimlian get started on the intelligence supplemental log here. Must have forgotten to do something so important. Oh, hey, Purple Calamity. Thank you very much for the follow. Right on. And hello, Rabbit Candy Void. Thank you very much for the raid. You probably just got in the chat, so I really appreciate it. Welcome aboard. Rabbit Candy just did his second stream just now, by the way. So kind of fun. We rated him and he rated us, and so that's really kind of cool. Check out his channel. Hey, we can shout him out now. We did that. I'm doing that. 88 rerolls locked and loaded. Yeah, bullshit. Yes, shout out. That's what I'm doing. Okay.
You're evil, Bob, but we love you.
There we go. Yes, something to remind people about on this game. We do allow backseating. How you do that is by using the channel point reward for a reroll. It will cost you 1,000 points. You can decide whatever roll you want re-rolled once for good or ill. It can be used for or against storyteller, well, GM, or players.
Yep.
So have fun, guys.
Remember to do with 88 rerolls locked and loaded. Okay. We are going to kick your ass tonight, me and Bob.
So,
I have
an announcement.
254.
Nice. An announcement just before we get started. We have reached 500 followers. We'd really like to thank the community for your awesome support. As promised, we are going to be doing a 500 followers celebration stream. It's going to be fun, right? There may be some music, there may be some reading. We might do a bit of our one-shot game. You know, I don't know yet, right? We're going to have some fun. That is going to be on the 24th of May, Victoria Day, as voted by the audience in the last stream. And it will start at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern, and 8 p.m. UTC. We hope you'll join us. There will be raffles. I have a bunch of wonderful author friends who have agreed to give away their books. I will be giving away books as well. Of course, ebooks mostly, but there may be an actual physical book or two in the prizes. Come join us. We'll have some fun. Okay, I'm done. Let's have the intelligence report.
Did we lose Siobhan?
When last we, sorry, Intelligence Officer Log Supplemental. When last we left the game, we had just encountered a goblin from a syndicate. Unfortunately, Madrimlian does not remember exactly which syndicate it was off the top of his head.
Dragon.
Right, the Dragon Syndicate. And, didn't learn a whole heck of a lot. But we have also decided to take our reward and get the flock out of town and head back to Dark East.
No,
No, not Dark East. We went back to
Alasia.
so we could get crew for our, so we could trade in ships and get a new ship, which we did get a Starseed ship, and we found out that the mast of the Wind Chaser,
Wave Chaser.
or the Wave Chaser, just happened to be an ant, or a tree person. So, we have helped them remove themselves from that ship, and they are now acting as mast on the Void Chaser, which is our new ship and its new designation. And that was where we left off.
Speaking of which, guys, that means that for the first time, our little group of merry weirdos actually has a name.
We are the Void Chasers.
We are the Void Chasers. Navy crews are known by the names of their ships.
Not much better than Bugman.
Isn't it, though?
Yep. Although entirely appropriate.
Bugman of the Void Chaser?
Bugman.
Don't start that, Crowley.
No, we're the Void Chaser Bugman. Get it right.
All right.
Everybody's after my sucker tonight.
Okay, looks like we got people back, so you might want to move the pictures back there, dear.
Oh, yeah.
I know, such a...
That's true, Daz. Madrimlian did get arrested for being a scion, but that was all sorted out rather quickly. And he had no problems just sitting there waiting.
I imagine he put it in his log, though, because that is kind of important to know. Yes, so in the future, if any Navy Scions happen to make it over to Delmain, go register.
Register.
Scion. Yeah.
Yeah. Problem is, there's not a lot of scions in the Navy. Yet.
Yet being the
At
operative
least not
term
that I'm aware of.
Until Madrimlian pins him down somewhere and forces him to drink, Cthulhu brain juice to make his own scion squad anyway.
Would not put it past him. Alright, so yes, that's where we were. We had just gotten our masks situated.
Yep.
And his name was Gus.
Gus. Yep.
Gus.
Yep.
Yep. At least the short version that we could all say.
Yeah.
Astronaut?
Barbarossa's funny. Hi, Barbarossa.
Hey, Sparkles. Hey, sweetie. How's it going?
Good to see you. All right. I'm not sure where to go from here. Right? I make sure that Gus is comfortable to the best of my ability. And so, since Alessander was also here, he's also seeing to that.
And his uncle.
Oh, yes, his uncle comes like lickety-split.
Yep.
Never seen an old druid move that fast.
Yeah. He's got some spy.
Does he just show up
in
as
there.
an owl?
Yeah, he just turned into an eagle and flew over here.
Maybe. Yeah.
Well, what time of the day is it by the time all this merry wonder is done?
Late in the afternoon, about dinner time.
Okay, I'm probably starving to death. I'm gonna go get some food.
Sounds like a good
Yes,
idea.
food. Food is good.
Go hit that inn that we hit up the last time, whose name I don't
Sure.
remember.
Don't ask me. I didn't get it written down because we didn't have the Fantasy Grounds app.
How dare you?
Wasn't it something Hearth?
Yeah, the Friendly Hearth or something like that it's called.
Yeah, sounds reasonable.
Okay, so reminder, I need to make a World Anvil article about this.
Yes.
Barbarossa is apparently volunteering Celine for a watch. It is actually kind of
I'll redeem.
for a watch.
I'll redeem points for an in name, so it goes in your note thingy for you, Sable.
Thank you.
And unfortunately, I can't pull it up because they're incompatible at the moment.
What
What is?
Oh, you've updated
Finished.
and I haven't?
Yeah.
Well, fired down and updated. Fantasy Grounds is. We got 2 different versions running.
Which port are we in?
This is
We are in technically, or yeah, no, we're actually in Alasia, aren't we? We're not in
Yes.
Alasia Minor.
No, you're in Alasia.
We're in
Okay,
Alasia.
so the Friendly Hearth is not here. We have to. That's in Alasia Minor. We have to go look for another inn. So you're right. It is actually Celine's character's turn to take a watch. There's no reason for there to be more than a couple of people. So
how about we call it like the Happy Mug?
well, this is Elf World, so
Yeah,
The
it's
Tipsy
called
Tree?
the Eyrie.
the Eyrie. I like that.
Okay.
Okay, and you don't have to redeem the points, dear. You probably can't on your phone. I will do it, and then that way
Okay.
I can do that myself, and I'll remember. Thank you.
No problems.
Yeah, I keep track of all of that, and even though it may be slow, it does eventually make it into canon. So if you do redeem the name generator, rest assured it does get used. Okay.
Yeah, we finally figured out where Dreamland gets his personal ship from.
How the hell
Maybe.
do you spell Airy? I forgot.
EYRIE.
Thank you. Inn that caters to starfarers. Probably Navy or Marine starfarers, I imagine, right? Or does it matter?
What's that?
The Airy, is it a Navy inn or is it a Marine inn or does it matter?
It's neither. It's
It's an elf inn.
It's an Asar Inn.
It's a Sylph Inn.
Oh, nice.
So you head in the doors of that place and you see a few sylphs in there. Sylphs are winged elves, in case people want to know.
Hey,
Okay.
Aaron.
Hmm?
Aaron.
Hmm?
Void Chaser officially commissioned yet? Or is she still in decommissioned refitting status?
Refitting status.
Okay, so we do not need to maintain a watch aboard then?
Nope.
Good stuff
Okay.
then. Well, then I'll join everybody at the inn.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll invite our crew along too.
Alessander says that he'd prefer to hang out with Gus for the time being. Would you guys mind fetching him something? He'll be happy to pay, of course.
No
Not a
problems,
problem,
says
says
Rorgo.
Midram
Sure,
Man.
no problem.
Thank you. His uncle, of course, throws in his own money and thanks you.
Yeah.
course.
Mhm.
Alasia's capital does have a name. I've forgotten what it is, but
Yeah,
it's
I've
in
forgotten
book
it too.
2, I think. So,
Yes, you head into the Eyrie. Right, the sylphs in there take notice of you. There are a few non-sylphs in there. Right, but it's very vaulted ceiling and a lot of space. Tables have like a lot of room between them. Right,
nice.
and the chairs have narrow backs, which you note immediately is for so that their wings can fold out around the chairs.
Practical.
Yep.
Yeah. The barmaid says, "Sit
Makes
yourself
sense.
anywhere, dears."
Yeah. Nods
Thank you.
her thanks and goes and finds a seat.
Yeah.
Yeah, take a few tables,
Yeah,
push them
get a
together.
seat.
Because we've got our crew to supply for too. Remember?
Did
We
we have
have
the crew assigned yet?
No.
we had crew that decided they wanted to stay with us from when we brought the wind chaser in or the wave chaser in.
Did we?
And we
No.
employed
Navy
them.
crew?
Yeah, we
You didn't
employed them
employ
for a
any
month.
crew. You didn't employ any crew. You guys flew the ships in on your own.
No, we
No,
did. We
'cause we-
didn't. We were a little short-handed. There were like 3 of them or 5 of them or something. They happened to be on the dock conveniently, thanks to Crowley manipulating the odds.
No, that
And
was a
we
long time ago. That was the Marines you got for the Arianrod's Pride.
no, it's not. This is people that we employed to help us bring the ships around. They showed up like really conveniently, right? And they weren't Navy though, right?
So we
as
nabbed
of
them at
this
Alasia
point-
Minor.
Yeah,
How did you
They
get the
were
ships to
small.
Alasia Minor if you had no crew?
I think we were in one of the smaller ships, and then we went back.
Yeah, because Arian went out and said, "I need 5 guys," and like 5 guys were like, "Hey, we're here. We want a job."
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
And they were all like, we don't drink because,
because one of their guys is an
Real
alcoholic.
here has a drinking problem.
Yeah, they were all elves, but I'm not sure if they were Navy or not.
No.
No, they
they're
were just sailors.
Sailors.
Well, thank them and pay them out before we head to the inn then.
Sure.
Alright.
Yeah. They're more than happy to have given you a hand.
We'll look you guys up next time we're around here.
They recommend you go to the Eyrie. It's got the
Okay.
best beer in all of Alasia.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for the recommendation.
Mm-hmm.
Names that wouldn't be a bad idea, Daz.
Who says Dazakat isn't an elf name?
Hired crew, Bob Barbarossa and me.
Okay, so we go to the Airy. And then once the barmaid makes it over, I say, well, we've got a lot of hungry sailors here looking for dinner, and I hear you have the best beer in Alasia.
She says, well, you heard right on that one. What would you like to eat? She says, we got everything from fresh venison steaks to nuts and berries and some forage.
Well, what's in the pot for tonight?
She says, like I said, we have venison steaks on tonight.
Okay.
She says, my son got 2 deer.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh, venison sounds good.
And we're pretty hungry. That sounds great. She
Okay,
says,
roast potatoes, vegetables.
you bet.
Yes.
You bet. She
Um,
says,
does anyone know what Alessander and Commander Tremaine eat? Are they vegetarian or omnivorous.
If they're sailors, they eat what they're served, says Celine.
Right.
It's
Is
food.
it,
Yeah, and 2 of those to go, says Von Ben.
You bet.
is it possible to get them delivered?
Yes.
All right,
I'll
there'll
go
be
deliver them, says Von Ben. That's
Oh
fine.
no, we have a delivery boy.
Okay, well, thank you.
My youngest son, she says.
Yep, well, that sounds like,
Well, unless
know-
you're trying to be frugal, because you do have to tip him.
Oh, of course, not a problem.
yeah, happy to do that.
Okay. She says, I'll set that all up.
Thank you.
She says, beer all around?
Yes, please.
Azarian?
As she walks away, Arian looks over at Sable or at
Celine?
Celine and says, "I would have let Carrick take it. Since it's steak, it probably wouldn't have made it there."
No,
No, probably not.
isn't that right? She says, scritching him under the chin.
He looks innocent, which is very hard for a shark to do, but he does manage it somehow.
Yes. Yeah, when she comes back, I'll ask if they have any. I'll make another order for Karak, and ask if they have any mice for Lafather.
I doubt it, says Celine.
What was that? I missed what you said, so I was reading the chat.
I said Madriman will place another order for Karak, because we
Okay.
can't let the right, and see if they have any mice or anything for Lafather.
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so, says Celine. Come on.
Yes,
She says to
um,
Madrimlian.
But I
Well,
have some
rabbit?
rabbit.
That'll work.
Yeah. She says, I'll bring out a quarter of a rabbit.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yep, Scritch Lafather. See, you weren't forgotten.
Yeah, she looks at you with that. Don't make me eat you look.
He just laughs.
Yep. So, in short order, your food is brought out with your beer, and it smells
Yeah, great.
delicious. You
Oh, poor Moon.
Well, I guess we've got to start thinking about crewing up this ship. And I suppose we should also think about whether or not we're going to officially be allowed to be commissioned to it, she says.
I think that's automatic with the title, isn't it?
Yes, but Celine's mom might have an issue with, her special forces team and some people just, disappearing off her ship.
Exactly.
Yeah, I guess we better talk to Mom.
I'm pretty sure that as long as we are still affiliated with the Arian's Pride, there shouldn't be a problem. However, we should clarify it first.
Yeah, we should.
So, shall we invite your mother for dinner?
Yeah, you're right. She'll send a message to her mother.
Hmm?
Say, basically, we're having dinner at the area if you'd care to join us.
Yeah, she sends a message back saying that she's on her way. Send it with
Mom's on her
laugh
way.
there, of course. Sent it by owl.
Crowley will say, "Me and some diplomacy will get a long way."
Moonflower is leveling up. She has 70.5k channel points.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was over 205,000 today, but I went down to 196,000 after the voting.
I'm still at 254,000. I had 263.
You guys were hilarious.
I spent a few too.
Cayetan was bidding against me.
So was I. You on a Friday? I said no.
I was
Monday,
bidding with
Monday,
Aaron,
Monday,
damn it.
Monday, 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 Monday.
Yup, and Monday won.
Yep.
Well, when you spend over 10k,
Yeah, so doesn't take long for your mom to arrive. Just about the time the food is getting there, your mom comes in. You obviously ordered another meal for her since she said she was coming.
Yep.
Yep.
didn't know what she wanted to drink, so we'll let her choose that.
Mm-hmm. She says, "Well, isn't this the most ragtag crew of misfits I've ever seen in my life?"
You're not wrong, says Mom. Or says Celine to her mom.
How y'all doing?
We're good, she says. We have a new boat, she says.
You know,
I heard.
keep him busy.
Uh,
Scuttlebutt travels
Captain.
fast.
Nothing travels faster than scuttlebutt, she says.
one thing to consider is if you know of any other scions in the Navy, you may wish to pass along that being in Dalmain, they should register that they're a scion, otherwise they can get arrested.
What were you doing in Domain?
Collecting a bounty?
She nods. She says,
For a
Whoa.
pirate?
She says, well, you should probably avoid Domain.
I probably will in the future. As a matter of fact, I may avoid this whole planet. I haven't had very good luck in any place we've been.
She goes, this planet is, unique.
Interesting. Yeah, I will be definitely avoiding. Well, I don't have to avoid Dalmain anymore. I'm registered.
By unique, do you mean a suspect?
Pardon there, Crowley? I missed what Crowley said.
I said, by unique, do you mean a cesspit?
Cesspit. She says, no, I like it here. I have fond memories of this place.
Well, so far, she says, we spent some time in Alara, whereupon a bunch of two curious people were sniffing around for information we're trying to keep quiet. She says, we went to Dark East to try to find...
Go to Dark East.
Yeah, well, apparently we shouldn't have, she says. Whereupon we discovered, I don't know, looks like a clan war to me, in a combination of various ne'er-do-well sorts.
Mm-hmm.
Then we ended up in Dalmain, where after we collected a bounty on the pirates and stopped an escape attempt, they still arrested Madrimlian as an unregistered scion. So personally, I would like to get the hell off this planet as fast as I can, she says. I figure we're 0 for 3 here.
But that's not entirely true, says Von Ben. We had a very lovely evening with our brother Esteban.
Well, that is true.
That's true. And we still have the opportunity to turn in the bounty in Alara.
Yeah, that's also true. She says, what do you think about us forming our own crew, Mom?
I figured that was pretty much inevitable. Wish it had been longer, but I can't say I'm surprised.
Yeah, it is all a bit quick, isn't it? She says.
She goes, yeah. But it's fitting. She nods. She says, no, I approve.
Well, at least we have a druid for our ship. Looks at Von Vin.
Thanks.
She says, I'll give you Alessander.
We'll be happy to have him.
Thank you.
Gladly. I'm sure he'd love the opportunity as well.
She says,
He has more experience than I do, says Von Vin, and we have a very unique ship situation now.
yes.
So I assume that means that Celine will be transferring back to the Navy ranks.
She says, no, I think you'll be a Marine ship.
That's new, isn't it?
Very.
I see, she says.
But your eyes are...
Like we're the only one?
Yes.
Who is she answering yes to, me or Rowan?
What did you say?
Okay, so she said, so Star Command has approved this?
Yes, she says.
Huh. All right.
They like what you guys are doing. She says, the orcs have attacked.
What?
The orcs have attacked?
Yeah.
Where? When? What happened?
Some of the outlying systems, Windsmere and Solstice. She says. It's looking like
How
war.
bad is it?
It's looking like war.
War?
Yeah. Apparently the orcs have organized a large group of Fomorians to try to exercise their will, I suppose.
We haven't been at war in more than 1,000 years, she says.
No,
Why now?
I'm not sure, she says. Nobody is.
Have they issued a formal declaration or just attacked things?
So far they've just attacked things. We're not sure if it's this Solstice Pact that we've heard about, or if it's just independent orcs.
Have you ever heard of the Dragon Syndicate?
She goes, a little bit. It's one of the signees of the Solstice Pact.
One of the signatories. Wow. Huh. She
I
looks at
wonder
Madrid.
who the hell they were in. I wonder who they were in domain to assassinate, really. I think that they blew a bunch of smoke up our ass.
I don't know. I know nothing of them, she says. I think they're goblins.
They are.
Sounds like we'd better get whatever we know to the flag officers, Madrimlian, she says.
Right.
And to have a chat with our new friend, who, its name they specifically mentioned because he might know something and maybe we can glean some information.
That's true.
Who's that?
Around indicating, we're in a bar.
I'm asking it again.
So she's deliberately not mentioning it. Oh, Oolong.
Yeah.
The guy specifically mentioned Oolong as somebody he would like to have framed.
Also, there was the Elven commander, I believe, of Alasia Minor.
Admiral Celestis.
Admiral Celestis.
She says, I've never done this. Who do we report to if we have important intelligence that we feel that Star Command should know?
She says, here, Admiral Celestis.
Okay, she says.
I'll arrange for you to meet with him or his lieutenant.
Thank you, she says. We encountered a member of the Dragon Syndicate, she says.
Really?
Yeah, he was not. He was rather unforthcoming with the information, and I sensed psionics around him. However, he's not a psionicist from what I could tell. So it means that someone in his group probably protected him somehow. I know
Well,
it's
he did-
possible. I can do it.
He did specifically mention something about the blue-skinned ones, you said.
Yes. Blue-skinned goblins. Those are the psionic ones. She says, if you see them, do not underestimate them.
Of course not. I'd be a
Gotcha.
little
As far as we can tell, there are two entirely distinct separate types of goblins. She says, the regular ones, which are green, and the blue ones, which are psionic.
right.
Interesting. So, there's been no official declaration of war yet on either side?
No.
Okay. But it's
But
smelling that way.
it's smelling of war.
Right.
So, Star Command is thinking we need as many ships as we can get.
Right. We're militarizing. She says, that's why you're pre-approved.
Got it, she says.
Oh,
That's a
That's
cool
a-
thing there, Barbarossa. Thank you. He made use of the naming thing. Oh, and thank you for the subscription, Bob. 11
Bob.
months.
11
Thank you so
months. Wow.
Wow, thanks for all the
Holy crap! Thank you, Bob. Haha! I do have another lollipop.
Moon's like, give it to me.
mine. Come on, hand it over. Rowan, hand it over.
Oh hell no! Me
Hello,
share Red
Charlie
Food
City.
Guy? Are you crazy?
I don't recognize Charmy City's name, but nice to meet you. I don't know if perhaps it's Aaron's streams that you've dropped in on and not mine, but well met.
Who's Charmy City? Yeah, they've been around for a little bit. They're one of our latest followers. As a matter of fact, they're our 500th follower.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I said that you probably have a special prize for them.
I
If they
probably do. I
But-
may or may not.
should- Yeah.
Daz.
Tune in Monday on the 24th to find out.
Yeah, you gotta come 24th.
Lollipop, lollipop, oh, lolly, 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 lollipop, lollipop.
You gotta come on the 24th,
Yes.
because we're doing our giveaway for our 500 followers then.
That's right. Yeah. Okay, so back to the game. We're like, no official declaration of war, but we are militarizing.
Yep.
Right.
Got it.
Does
Okay,
that mean I get to arrange a press gig?
She says, do you have individuals in mind you want to work on your ship?
Yeah.
Well, have any of the old Marines caught up with us yet? There were a couple corporals there who did pretty good for me.
He says, take your pick of the Marines on board my ship. She says,
Thank you, ma'am.
yeah.
She says those guys we picked up for this last job might be.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I liked them, says Fondant. They were very competent and, well-mannered, and they stuck together. They got a buddy who has a drinking problem, so they all just don't drink.
Good. She says,
But they usually are just ordinary sailors, so we'd have to talk them into it.
you have charisma. She says,
Arian's pulling out his sap and a piece of chalk and writing charisma on it.
and if you don't, you have charisma. She says,
And you would be amazed at how charismatic coin can be.
That is true.
You'd be amazed how charismatic gold is.
And does an artist linking on the ship to get the sleeping moon out of her bunk.
Well, I mean, ancient naval law does allow us to press in times of war,
Uh-huh.
she says.
So you can give them the gold choice or the black leather sap choice.
Well, yeah, and you know what? You don't tell them about the war till they've signed up and you paid them and they become soldiers.
That's generally the best way.
Arian rubs charisma off his sap and sighs.
I know, we spoil all your fun, you poor thing.
Well, of course, the typical way of press ganging was coin on the bottom of drinking cup.
No. That's a way of drafting. That's a difference. Right? That's
Well,
when
we
they
can
had
draft them, too.
conscription. Right? The elves don't have conscription. They have press gangs.
Right.
And they have an ancient naval law about it that allows them to press people into service in times of war.
I'm sure they probably have drafting too,
Yeah,
or something similar.
probably somewhere.
Yeah.
So, Madrumlin looks around to see if they've come in, since they did mention that this is the best place, but the best beer in town. Which means it's probably also the best food in town.
Well, it's good food. You guys are enjoying your meal. And
Oh,
they're
yeah.
not here.
And they're not here.
Nope.
The beer is too much of a, what's the word I'm looking for?
Temptation?
Yeah.
Where's the food and cheap lodgings?
Pardon there, Crowley?
Where would be a food court and cheap lodgings?
A food court and cheap lodgings? You can get that
Yeah.
at the market square.
Well, that would probably be about the best place we could look for them, because they're not rich.
Yep.
True. We did pay well, though.
Okay, so there's 5 boys, and they just got paid more money than they've probably seen in a while. They were desperate for a job. You know where they are.
Yep.
Yep, whorehouse.
That's right, she says.
Yep.
Same district, isn't it?
I don't know. I've never actually been here before, really. We're going to have to look around, she says. Mom probably
Well,
knows, though. What is the... I mean, you know how it is, right? There's specific whorehouses that cater to sailor types. Where do people go here?
The Flattering Mermaid. It's a bar. She says down on the docks. She says all the whores hang out there.
Gotcha,
Right.
she says.
I'm afraid to be on the
Perfect.
docks. Well, since we already have their names, we can go looking for them specifically.
Ma'am? Arian says
Yes.
to the captain, not Salim.
Yes.
Oh, the other captain. Yeah, then she doesn't say.
Yes.
Yep.
We tried to draw a draft of crewmen from the replacement depot here. Do they have one in actual Alasia
Yes.
that we haven't tapped yet?
Yes. I don't know how many men you're going to find there, but the recruitment office does exist here, and so it's just that all captains are crewing up.
Yeah, I imagine. So we'd better get in things before we get left out, she says, and end up shorthanded.
She nods.
Well, I guess that's our order of business after dinner. I was looking to relax, but we'll have to do that after.
Well, Crowley, why don't you come with me and we'll go to the mermaid?
All right.
How about you let Arian go? He wanted to go.
I thought
No,
Aaron would be better used at the
okay, Crowley and Arian
office.
will go.
Oh,
No,
They'll
it's
have
fine,
lots of
man.
crew.
They can go over there. I should probably go with you to the or to the replacement depot just in case they have some Marines that are on hand.
Good idea, she says.
Hmm.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay, I'll go with you, she says. You can go ahead and do the talking. I'm just going to be present in case, We should send the highest ranked among us in case rank is an issue, right? She says.
And you have the paperwork for the recommissioning, right?
I do,
Mhm.
she says.
We will need that, I'm sure.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's
I
your
like
mother
that
brought you
idea.
that.
Oh, thanks,
She
Mom.
hands it to
Yeah,
you.
there we go.
You're being recommissioned the Void Chaser at your request.
Thank you, she says. She's beautiful. She's going to be a gorgeous ship. Oh, shit, she says. No, Crowley, you know what you need to be doing, she says?
What's that, Captain?
You need to be talking to the dockmaster, she says, because right about now, everybody in the world that needs refitting is about to be trying to get space to get it done. You need to go manipulate people and make sure we get in first. Otherwise, it's going to be the admirals, and then it's going to be the rest of the captains, and then they might get to me next Tuesday. So let's.
Tuesday next year.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
We can do that on our way to the
You know what?
mermaid.
Madrimlian, you take Ruvo with you, and I will
Take Bonvin.
I'll take Bonvin and say Xerxes with me,
Okay.
May I
and
suggest?
and Yasma.
May I
I was
suggest,
gonna,
Darian? Yeah.
I was going to suggest Yasma as our third ranking officer.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I can take. Why not just me, Bonvin, and Yasma?
That works.
Sure, that's fine, she says.
Sounds
Okay.
great.
Oh, let's slop this. Let's shove this down and get going, she says. We can't waste a
Right.
moment.
Okay, Captain. One more question.
Yeah.
If there's a way of me bumping us up on the list, are you okay with me dipping into the
Yes,
to the funds?
she says.
Okay.
Yes, that may be necessary. Go ahead.
Make sure I bring her key then.
Arian will lean over and whisper in Sable's ear. He'll go, "Ma'am, this may be the appropriate time for name dropping as well."
It might be. You also are free to drop names if you need to.
Okay.
Duly noted.
Who my dad is.
No.
Right.
Might be a
Yes.
prime time to send a message to the Alir to
Nods to
maybe send
Arian.
them a favor.
Send a message to the Allure for which?
A favor.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Oh,
yeah.
I don't
But
know.
what
if
favor
it-
would we need if we get this in handle?
Okay. Whoa. Everybody's talking at once. First,
Four.
Rowan.
Okay, Von Bin says to Crowley, but what favor would we need if we manage to get this in handle right now?
Okay, hold before responding. Arian.
And I was going to point out that the Alir might not have as much influence within the Navy
Right.
as we think, and that's why I suggested the name dropping thing.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
Crown
Drop.
Princess tends to outweigh Admiral. Who the fuck?
That is not the favor. Okay. Now Crowley's going to respond to all questions at once.
Yeah.
Yep.
The favor Crowley is looking for is a good, solid, dedicated crew of 12 people that will do exactly as they're told.
He can't provide that. He
Yeah.
can command
I don't think
Illyri. He can't command elves.
Yeah. You can't hire
Nor
Illyri.
gnomes.
No. Oh, we can't hire Leary?
No.
Nope.
The Elven Navy
Why not?
doesn't accept Illyri.
Oh.
Right? Because they have their own navy.
All right. Well, I'll leave that in the pocket then, and
Yeah. Good idea.
Well, thank you,
But
Crowley.
we can.
Good luck. Let's
go.
get about it, she says.
Yep.
Right.
Easter egg. Okay.
Rovel, you're with me.
Okay. He comes with you.
Yep. We're going
Snag
to
some
the.
dessert to eat on the way. Because Bonbon and sweets, man. Sweets. There's no such thing as too much sugar.
Yeah. Of course, I grab a coffee on the way out.
Yep.
Celine apologizes to the barmaid for running out in such a
No
hurry.
problem. Just. I hope you enjoyed the food, anyways.
It was delicious. Thank you so much.
It was delicious. And the beer was great too. Thank you very much. You guys have a nice evening.
Oh, she says, are you an inn as well?
Yes.
Do you have rooms?
Yes.
Enough for our crew?
As long as some of you want to bunk together.
That's perfectly fine, she says.
We have 8 rooms.
Okay, 2, 4...
Currently, there's 10 of us.
Yeah, and there's 3 couples, right?
Yeah.
4 couples, right?
11 of us.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, 11 of us.
And
Yeah,
4 couples.
and 4 couples.
She says, there's 4 couples. She says, make us fit wherever. How much do I owe you?
She says 5 silver pieces a night.
Yep, pays her. Yeah,
Yeah.
pays her before we head out, because then we have a place to head back to.
Yeah, so 56 silver, 5 gold, 6 silver to rent all 8 rooms.
All right, and off we go.
I'll get the rooms made up while you're out, she says.
Thank you, she says, waving from the door.
Yep.
Which group do you want to do first, sir?
Which party is Xerxes going with?
Xerxes hasn't decided. Xerxes is going to go with... I think Von Vin and them. I'm tagging along, he says to Crowley.
Right. Majority will ask Lurk if he wants to come with us.
Both, well,
I believe
Mark
Xerxes-
isn't here, right?
Lurik is.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm
Yeah, Lurk will go with you.
including him.
And what about Arden?
Taz?
Sorry, I had to find the right tab. I had to do some editing because I noticed I messed stuff up on my character sheet. I'll go with Celine's group
Okay.
because she's the only one who didn't get an extra of what was already decided.
Okay.
Which group are you doing first?
I will do the dock group. They're closer.
Okay,
You guys make it back down onto the docks.
AFK a moment.
Okay. Afk. Okay. The docks are alive. Captain's calling for crew. Alright. Ships being put into be refit, retrofit, and stuff like that. Guns being put on the ships.
Okay. Well, head over to the refitting office,
Yep. Dogmaster's office.
Dogmaster's office, and I'll speak with the Dogmaster.
He's with Commodore Franciscus, she says. He'll be out in a few minutes.
Okay. I'll wait.
You guys hang out there, and a few minutes later he comes out with this older elf. They're laughing, and he shakes hands with him, and The older elf nods to you guys and heads off. He's dressed in a Commodore's uniform, captain's uniform with gold hat. Yeah.
So he
He says,
commands a
"Who's
couple of ships.
yes? Who's next?" He says.
That would be me, sir.
He says, "Come on in. Come on in."
You know, bring in the crew and. Excuse me, sir. We are looking to refit our ship.
Okay. Here's the lineup here.
I realize that. Now, in order of importance, you know, you may not know who I am, but you do know that you know the Avalonian Navy is probably your biggest client.
Since the Avalonian Navy is my only client.
Just a moment. Crowley may want to remind him that our ship was actually commissioned for refit this afternoon or this morning, originally.
Yeah.
So therefore, we should not be bumped down the list because of it.
Now, I understand that in light of recent information, you know, there's a lot of refitting going on. Now, I've been authorized to make it worth your and my while to make us first on the list.
He says, "I'd love to do that for you." What's your name was, sir?
Mr. Crowley.
Mr. Crowley, he says, but he says, "I have admirals and commodores that would come right down my throat if I did that."
Well,
You know what? Von Vin will just cut this short. She pulls out a sign and just slides it across the desk.
A witch?
Certificate.
Her birth certificate?
the papers.
Yep.
What's
I'll
this?
follow through.
Okay.
Just read it.
Follow through.
Yeah, he visibly pales. He says, "Your
And
Highness."
she takes it back and puts it back away. Tell us again how the Commodore is much more important.
I don't believe so. He says, "I think I can make arrangements for you to move to the front of the list."
Oh, thank you,
Thank you.
sir.
He says,
Well,
and it won't cost
sir,
you
as
anything
I
extra,
said-
Mr. Crowley.
what's that you say?
And it won't cost you anything extra.
Well, you know, getting some bonuses out there for the dock hands that are doing the work might make them work a little faster. And Crowley will go, "I'll be back in 5 minutes with something for all your hardworking men out there."
All right.
And women.
Yeah.
And
We
do you have
believe in
any,
rewarding service.
And
where would be the loot?
he says, "Oh, the privies are out back."
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I just got to go to the head, and I'll be right back. Crowley will take the key from Yasma, go out to the head,
Yep.
close the door of his stall, open up. I'm gonna go grab. Here, give me 1 sec. I gotta look at my character sheet here.
Okay. Okay, you can try and hook up to Fantasy Grounds again if you want there, Brianna.
Yeah, Von Vin just didn't feel like playing with shit right now.
Crowley's
So
gonna
true, Your
grab.
Highness does carry some weight.
Yes.
Crowley's gonna grab 2,000 out of my own funds.
Okay.
Because he said there was no cost for making it faster, but I know this will make it faster. I'm gonna come back out with this. probably hefty sack of gold.
Yep.
I'm gonna walk back into his office. I'm gonna
Hmm.
set it on the table gently, and I'm gonna say, "There's 2,500 gold in here. Now, the faster this gets done, the more of this you get to distribute, with it being done properly, of course.
He says, "You can't rush excellence, I'm afraid."
Well, to a point, you can motivate,
And he says, "Oh yes, I will motivate the men."
but this is yours to distribute to the men and women out there, and for you, in there is a 250 gold dispensing fee, shall we call it? All
Okay.
right, so 2250 to motivate your crews.
All right. He says, "Thank you."
And I would get the word out there now. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, he walks you both to all three to the door and shakes your hands.
Shake his hand.
Shake his hand.
Yeah, he says,
It was lovely meeting you, Dock Master. Thank you.
of course he gets the information on your ship and stuff like that too.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, and can you give me maybe an estimated time?
Depends on how much work needs to be done, he says.
Okay.
He says,
If you can get you guys to go through and give us an estimate right away,
yeah, we'll
and I'll
do.
give the name of the place we're staying.
Okay, I'll send somebody there.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you again. We are grateful.
He says, "It is my pleasure, Your Imperial Highness."
Yeah, I guess we head back.
Von Bin says as we head off, I'm sorry if I stepped on your toes, Crowley.
Oh
It's going to
no!
be very cooperative.
Job done. Job done.
It worked. That's all that was required. Is that we made it happen.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, you guys make it to the recruitment office, the replacement office.
Well, while we're on the way there, um, Arian will also mention to Celine that we need to also stop at the ordnance depot and make sure we don't get issued crap weapons.
Good idea, she says.
Hmm.
You want to go there first? You do want to go to the recruitment office first?
Whichever's closest.
The shipyard is closer. Yeah. So you guys stop in there. Right? Yeah, they haven't got a requisition for your ship yet.
I see, she says.
So, how many mounts does a frigate have?
I'd have to look it up. You're gonna make me do that, aren't you?
A requisition for my ship. Now, if I'm the captain, that means that I issue the requisition, right?
From the dock master and what they need.
Ah,
Okay, so we just need to make sure that when the requisition comes in, that they don't send the shittiest weapons in the
Junkyard.
depot, just to not piss off the local admirals.
Yeah.
right. All right.
If that's the case, Aaron, you don't have to look it up. The dockmaster will handle it, and I'm sure we'll get the standard loadout.
Yep.
Like I said, we just need to make sure that he understands who he's dealing with and that he doesn't try to play any games with us.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we'll head to the recruitment office.
Okay. So, you make it down to the recruiters. There are captains crying for men down there. There are numerous ship's crews that are vying for all the men in the bloody place.
I think we may have missed the boat on this one, she says.
Arian will belt out in his best parade ground voice, "Marines to me!"
Yeah, Marines come running over. There are 7 of them here.
Would you like to serve on the first Special Operations Marine ship in the Avalonian Navy, boys?
Avalon! They all bellow.
Welcome aboard, says Celine. Nods approvingly to Arian and grins.
Yep.
I'm Captain Winter Mist, she says. We're glad to have you.
All right, boys. Now that you're on board, do you have any friends or family who want to serve alongside you?
He says, one of them says, we're sort of a unit. He says, we all come from the same place, but my sister's in, he says. I wouldn't mind working with her.
All right. Well,
she's in the Navy.
What's she do?
She's a lieutenant in the Navy.
All right. Get her over here. Anybody else?
Yeah. I says, well, my uncle is a bosun. He says he'd be a good bosun for a marine ship.
All right. Get him over here.
Will do, sir.
Anybody else? And we'll keep playing the friends and family game until we get as many as we can.
Yeah, you can get probably 12 or 14 people that way for ship crew and Marines.
Weapons and boarding parties and Perfect.
Is that enough, or do we still need more?
Well, you can handle up to 40 Marines on a frigate, eh? Right, but you don't have to have 40 Marines on it.
Okay.
Right.
And ship crew?
16 enlisted, 4 officers.
So we're pretty close with all of us and the
14 you've got, and the
5 more that Madrimlian's going to get.
Madrimlian's going to get.
Okay.
And we got Alessander.
Yeah,
right.
And Alessander.
So we have more than enough officers.
You boys know any other Marine units who are hiding in the cracks waiting for the right opportunity? I know there's got to be a couple left. I'm talking about good guys.
They nod. Oh, yes, sir. Looking for the right job, sir. And they say, and a Marine ship, that's the one for us, man, sir.
Yeah, go get them.
Yeah. Yeah, they bugger off.
I like you, Arian. Celine cheerfully once they're all headed off.
You got to know how to talk to the enlisted guys, man. Everybody knows that they try to hide from the officers they don't want to serve with.
I'm learning fast, and you are teaching me. Thank you, she says.
Yeah, so they come back, and you've got about 24 Marines after.
Brilliant.
And if we can pull a few off your mom's ship, I think we're fully crewed, man.
That's perfect. I think we can, she says. Yeah, I think we can. Huh.
All right, so I'll go talk to the guy at the desk, desk sergeant or petty officer or whatever
Desk petty officer, yeah.
All right, so we've got our crew.
Yes,
Where's
sir.
the barracks?
And, that way, sir.
All right, do I need something from you to get us authorization to put our crew up in the barracks while our ship is refitting?
He says, I need to know how many crew, sir.
So Arian will pull out a book and hand it backwards to Sable, and he says, "We'll be right back." It's just like a blank notebook.
Yep. No,
so she can start writing up the crew roster.
she
Yep.
does.
Yeah, you guys interview the crew and get their names and stuff like that. And
Ranks and so on. Yeah.
Are there any obvious bad apples that I have to bounce?
not really, no.
Okay.
No, these are look like pretty crack crew actually. Like they're not used to a frigate yet, but
Right. They're not a bunch of newbie greenhorns, basically.
no, they're not.
Oh, good. The greenhorns are going to be, well, actually, they're not even greenhorns. They're just not, like, military.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, as soon as we've got the list together, I'll take it back up to the desk petty officer and say,
Yeah.
here's the crew list for the frigate Void Chaser.
All right. He takes a quick look. Looks like you're going to need 2 barrack units. We'll give you barracks A7 and A8. He says
Okay.
they're marked. He says go straight out the back. He says down the long road. He says when you reach the white barracks on the left, that's the A units. He says
Thank you.
A7, A8.
Gotcha. All right. Crew of the Void Chaser, muster outside.
Yep. They all muster up with their dunnage and
All right. You all have met Captain Celine Wintermiss. She's our commanding officer. I
Yep.
am Ensign Arian Mythithus. And I kind of quirk an eyebrow at Celine.
She quirks the eyebrow back, like, go ahead. Whatever
I
you're
am
about
the-
to assign yourself, just go ahead and do it.
I'm the Marine Commander aboard.
yes, sir.
All right. Officers report to the ARI. And I look at the senior Marine enlisted guy we've got.
Yep, he's a color sergeant.
First Sergeant.
Yes, sir.
Take the enlisted, get them ensconced at barracks A7, A8, clean the barracks, be ready to report on board the ship as soon as refit is done.
Avalan, you heard the man. Move out! And they start heading off, grab their dunnage and start going double time down the road.
Yeah, I think I'm liking the Marine Corps better. She says to Arian. Hooah, she says.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry if I got a little forward there, but
No, that's
I
fine.
could tell what was going on, and I knew there had to be some good troops hiding in the cracks. So
That's great, she says. No, these
Always
look
is,
like a
isn't there,
crack
says
bunch.
Ruvel.
They're obviously avoiding
Shit assignments.
and green commanding officers who haven't got a fucking clue, she says.
Yep.
well, we'll fix that, man.
Yeah, she says. No, it's fine. She says they came to us because you know what you're doing, she says. And you make us look like we do. Actually, I think I'm getting a hang of it a bit. Let's go, she says. We'll head back to the inn, and now we
Yeah.
have to ensconce our other officers, so we better do that.
Yep.
Yep, and that's where we go.
Ma'am, may I suggest bug suits so that we get there first and really fucking impress them?
Fuck yes, let's go.
Yeah, zing, you guys fly over in your bug suits and land, put your bug suits away, and sit down at the table.
Look like we've been there all night, you know?
Yet they come in. How the hell?
Yeah, and by this time I'll already have arranged rooms for them.
Yep.
Have you eaten yet? She says to them.
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect, she says. You'll be in rooms, and she tells them where they are.
Thank you, ma'am.
She says, in the meantime, if you haven't yet tried this beer, you should.
Yeah, they'll have a beer with you.
To the first Marine ship in the fleet, she says.
Hooah, they say.
Hooah. I shall quaff some coffee, is what I think I shall do. And now she'll get to know them a bit, so,
Hmm. I'll come up with names and stuff for them later.
Yeah, you bet. I imagine that a certain Evolith Oleander is among the enlisted people we pick up somewhere.
Yeah, the bosun. His uncle, Evolith Leander.
Perfect.
Arian will lean over and say, "Ma'am, should we request Lieutenant Goldenbow just so we can lose him somewhere?"
Don't tempt me.
You checked him off on a rock.
Leave him on the ice planet.
Accidentally abandoned him on permafrost? Very, very tempting, she says.
And I'm sure we could make it look entirely official, missing ships movement, all that stuff.
Yeah, she says no. Mom has him well under thumb, and we need every sailor we can get right now. If we
I
were
was, of course, being facetious, ma'am.
I know what she says. Truth is, she's never entirely sure if he's serious, but he doesn't need to know that.
And then he'll raise his mug to Celine and just kind of tip it towards her and say, "To the easy way, ma'am."
The easy way.
Well, Sable, apparently Daz and crew decided they wanted to go to the Erie, not the Mermaid.
Are we incorporating them in the game?
No, we're there just playing.
Okay. They're avoiding the press gang, last I heard.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They're like tiptoeing out the door now. Ooh, shit. They're here. Do. I'm like, don't let them see me. Well, in that case, we wait for the rest of our gang to return.
Yep. And they do.
So I have no problems re-getting those 5 crewmen?
No. None whatsoever. They were waiting around the ship.
Gentlemen, well, you want an adventure? We promised it to you. We're looking for a few good sailors. You in still?
We're in.
All right.
And we want to work with Gus.
Right. Glad to hear it. Well, let's head back, and the captain will have your berthing arrangements.
Okay.
At least until refit's done. Yeah, head back to the Erie
Hmm.
with the 5 in tow.
Ah, there you are, she says.
They didn't go very far. They stayed around the ship, actually.
Oh, well, I'm glad to hear it, she says.
They want to work with Gus.
Ah, makes sense to me, she says.
Yeah.
Did you make friends?
Yes.
Great, she says. You do realize you're signing up for the Marines, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You do realize there's rumors of war in the wind, right?
Yes, ma'am. That's why we want to sign up, ma'am.
In that case, I'll hear your oaths, she says.
Yep. They'll give her their oaths. And you give them a slap.
Yep, I give him a slap. No, that's not how that works. She
No,
says,
this isn't a
welcome
Guns N'
aboard, and has them sign the paperwork. and then yeah, she'll let's see. They're sailors, but they're not soldiers. So starting rank, still private, I imagine.
Yeah, able.
Well, no, because we're Marines, private.
Right, they're doing the Marine Corps private.
If able is sort of the equivalent of corporal, roughly.
Yeah, able
Okay.
is the private equivalent of private first class.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
O3 or E3 is able.
E3, okay. Just a second then. I have
E1 is
the...
recruit. E2 is
Right.
ordinary. E3
Well, actually, 0 is recruit, but whatever. Okay,
Hey, Aaron, while we're doing this and while we're waiting,
Mm-hmm.
is there like a place that sells books, like blank books nearby?
Oh yeah.
Or near the harbor front?
Yep.
Like a ship chandler's or something like that?
Yep. To get a ship's log.
Yeah, Arian's gonna break a rule and slip out while Sable's all busy talking to the new people.
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
And
Madrillian will sneak with him.
Okay.
No getting away from me, Ensign. No one goes anywhere alone, remember?
Yes, sir. I just wanted to surprise Celine. And we'll go buy a nice logbook so that she has somebody to properly sign the
Yeah.
articles of crew and everything in on. So just let me know how much that costs.
How much do you want to spend on it? A good book can run 10 gold. An incredible book could run 100.
Madrillian will pay the 100 himself.
I think that Arian wanted to do this.
Yeah. No, because he's wanting to have his own as well.
Oh, okay. You'll get a log for yourself, okay?
Yep. Because this
Yep,
way
I'll
I can
get-
keep notes in it.
Hmm?
intelligence log supplemental.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I will buy an incredible book just because I think the book chaser deserves it.
Okay. So you spend 100 gold and you get a incredible log book. It's brass bound and got a lock on it and a good gnomish lock.
And will they etch the name in while I wait?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, they etch the name onto a plate on the spine and on the front.
Okay. And I'll take it back so she has something, really official.
Right. So you arrive back to give her the book.
Yep.
You're in situating these crew. Basically got their oaths signed and stuff like that now.
Yep, and I'll just walk in and slide the book across the table to her.
She looks at it. She looks at you. Smiles.
We needed a log, ma'am.
This is some log, she says to Arian. Thank you.
Only the best for the first special operations ship.
I agree, she says. Thank you, Arian, that's lovely, she says. Actually, she says, thank you, Ensign, that's lovely. Because we're all in official capacity here right now. So, yeah, she'll open it up and put in, Void Chaser official log. Grin. Captain Celine Wintermist. Avalonian Marine Corps.
Yep. And then a crew roster.
And then a crew roster. Yeah. And she's pretty smiley about all of this.
Yep.
And then she wonders if she should get epaulets. I think that's when the captain. Do the captains get? I'm in the Navy. I wonder.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I may have changed it. I got to look it up here.
Yeah.
I mean, remember, don't assume that we're exactly the same as real world
Royal
navies, right?
Yeah.
It's based on it, but it's not identical. Oh no, fancy hat.
Yeah,
Okay.
get fancy
Crowley's
hats.
gonna, Crowley's gonna find the captain. Hey, Captain, do you have a moment? I have an idea.
Which captain? Me or
You,
me? Uh, I think
Cap-
so. She
Captain,
says.
my captain. Um, I have an idea.
She
Then
asks Arian to take over while she heads off with Crowley. Excuse me. She says, "Yeah," and heads off with him.
I
What's
will.
up?
I think since we're something brand new, somehow our uniforms should reflect that we are a different arm of the Navy,
Unique.
unique in our uniqueness.
She says, "Official uniform changes have to be cleared," but I'm listening.
I would say go with a nice, uh, say, well, for the officers, of course, a black silk. For
Slancha.
the enlisted, a black linen
I'll hydrate.
with a silver accenting.
Sticky.
For the uniform, you mean?
Yes,
You're in a black? I don't think we can do that. She says.
just for this crew, for this ship. It is a unique crew, a unique arm of even the Marines. Are we not the special forces?
She says, "I don't know. It's all very new." She says.
Thusly, the best time to introduce something new is when everything is all new. It'll slide right through.
She says, "You have a point, but we are dealing with centuries of Navy and Marine tradition," she says.
Okay. Now, hmm.
She says, "I can put in for a request, perhaps." She says, "But in the meantime, how would you feel about a ship patch? I think we might be able to get away with that. Without asking," she says.
Well, Captain, that's what tattoos are for.
"You have a point there," she says.
What's her name? Marissa, right? Madrimans.
Girlfriend there, our Dark Elven crew member.
Let me find it.
He literally had forgot. No.
You forgot your girlfriend's name? God damn.
Mariyama.
Mariama,
Mary.
right. Mariama says, I am a tattoo artist.
Well, that'll be helpful when we cross the stars, she says.
Mm-hmm. Says I could give everybody their ship tattoo.
"That's cool," she says. "I think that would be really neat," she says. "Now we just have to figure out what it would be."
Well, I'm thinking a black swirling mass with silver lines behind it as if we're chasing something.
Do you have a
Sorry, Dawn, you were saying?
Yeah. I was thinking maybe a picture of a shark, an owl, and a simian, you said? A
Yes.
simian, like all our little mascots.
Huh. That has
And
potential.
here I was just thinking
Land
just
in
a starry
there.
sky, because that's another thing, sometimes people call the night sky the void in space, because it's blackness, the stars. And they're fairly
Put stars
spaced
around
out.
them.
What if they were done as constellations?
Mmm.
Ooh. Even better.
I like that.
Because it would represent not only land, sea, and air, but also the stars and space.
And our mascots.
And yeah, all of what we are.
That's
Where's the
pretty
simian
cool.
come from?
Or not simian,
The big cat
Smilodon.
Smilodon.
Smilodon. Sorry,
Smilodon. Oh, okay. Yeah.
wrong name. Started with an S.
Yep.
Big cat.
Yep. Raja is currently licking his balls.
Oh, lovely.
Well,
Yeah,
why
being
not?
on
One leg straight up in the air.
Uh-huh.
Hey,
I got no shame.
I'll put my hand up and say, don't knock it till you've tried it.
That's cool, actually. The three animals as constellations, kind of um, like that whole sparkly, ghostly type image over top of the constellation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Exactly.
would look spectacular, I think. And it does, you're right, represent land, sea, and sky.
Mhm.
From starry sea to planet side is the marine motto.
Well, allow me to be the first to line up.
I think the captain should have the right to have the first tattoo. Says
That is
Emma.
true.
Well, let's do it, she says.
Okay. She gets out her tattoo stuff.
Yeah, where are we putting it, guys? Our arms?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Right upper arm.
Yeah, she takes off her coat and rolls up her blouse sleeve, I guess.
I believe anywhere on the right arm of choice should be where it goes. Because I would prefer mine on the forearm.
I was thinking the same thing. Right here.
Up to you.
Arian will
Captain.
have to fit his in amongst his tribals anyway, so.
Yeah.
Yep. The Popeye anchor spot, as Daz says. Yep.
Yep.
See, and Ron was thinking right where this one is.
Oh,
I guess it all depends on which the individual
why-
likes.
yeah, I was gonna say anywhere on the right arm from the wrist to the shoulder. In their
Yeah, I
inside
think we're gonna have
bicep,
to, because
outside bicep, inside forearm, or outside forearm.
yeah, we're gonna have to be a bit creative with Arians, I see. So yes, we'll go for that, she says.
Okay.
He's got tattoos.
Yep, she'll sit for the first tattoo.
Okay, I'm gonna take a 10-minute break, guys.
Hey,
Okay.
Okay. I gotta take some painkillers and go to the bathroom.
I will
Not a
call in
problem.
the cats in the meantime.
Okay, we'll be back
So-
in 10.
Good.
and now deep thoughts with Crowley. For those of you who've been following us for some time, some might remember way back when when Crowley decided to be a murder hobo. Kill someone of importance. Well, he had resumed the form of Morrison. Now he can't help but think that maybe that might have been a catalyst to maybe some elves attacking some orcs, and maybe starting off this whole mobilization. And smiles to himself. And that's been Deep Thoughts with Crow.
I am hunting for more lollipops.
Figures.
It is a red food dye night.
Oh, Rowan. You and Red Food Dye don't usually get along. What the heck is going on with you?
Oh, me and red food dye get along just peachy keen fine. It's other people that can be in trouble when I have red food dye. You should ask Sable about what happens driving at 2 o'clock in the morning while Rowan's overtired and loaded on red food dye.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I mean, that's like me driving Sable home from Swan one year. Did I mention I kind of broke the speed limit?
We will not talk about Beltane heading down to Oliver Osoyuz with black chocolate cigars.
Charmy City. Isn't red food dye from crushed up beetles? Oh well, everyone gets their protein somewhere.
No, it is not. But there are some red dyes that are made from crushed up beetles. Yes, there's a very specific insect that is used to make a particular shade of red. However, most food dye, like the stuff in this and in cherry nibs, which I also love to pieces, I might add, is like red dye number 5, which also tends to react very badly to people with ADHD, and they go spin, 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 spin like a top.
Don't talk to me about red food dye. It's not like I'm ADHD or anything. Just give me my red food dye and get out of my way. Sparkles, yes, you can make your world. You're fine with it. Do not second guess yourself. Because first of all, the distance was too great. They needed to have the steamships in order to get there. Sheesh.
And ask them if they can see it.
Can you guys see our beautiful view?
Oh yeah. We can, chat can't, unfortunately.
Oh.
I
I wish that sailboat out there was mine.
Yeah, well. I'm hating this. I want to turn my AC back on, but I can't at the moment. Otherwise, there's too much noise in the background.
Did you put some damp towels in your freezer like I suggested
No, I
last night?
forgot. I forgot to last night.
Bad girl.
My freezer's kind of full at the moment with my roommate's food. Sparkles! Oh. So, Rowan, when are you coming down with the red lollipops?
Probably not anytime soon.
Oh, bummer. I know how, let's see what sort I'm looking for. Erotic they can be if you do it right.
It's funny you mention that. I was just about to say, you could probably get paid for exactly what you're doing right now.
I'll keep that in mind. Wouldn't mind a little extra cash.
Well, that means OnlyFans are Rowan.
Maybe? I mean, it's not like I didn't work as a fun sex worker at one point. Had to quit. Most depressing job on the planet.
Well, I'm sorry.
I'm back.
Hail, hail, the gang's all here?
Maybe Blake and Dawn will show us their lovely view again now that we're back on screen.
That's from the park where we use their internet to do this.
Nice.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm pretty sure Arian would have told me who the color sergeant was. Oh, the bosun, yeah. Bosun! Five new members for the crew. Gives the names. Thank you.
Yeah, Celine, are we all there, or is this just Madrimlian? I don't know what's going on here. Oh, is Aaron muted? Aaron probably is muted on the stream. Okay.
Sorry about that, guys.
Yes, so there was an older, older than us, about Arian's age, elf who was giving orders and directing people around in the barracks when somebody got there. I don't know who's all in the group that went there.
I think just Madrimlian and Arian.
I would have taken Lurik too.
Okay.
Right.
Just to keep him involved.
Mm-hmm.
And he, was, and that's where that conversation took place, and he was like responding to him like, Avalan,
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Well, more like I, sir, really, but.
Yep, let them know that this is their bosun. They're to follow his orders. And I don't want to hear any ifs, ands, or buts about it.
You won't have to worry about that, sir, says the bosun.
I'm glad. As you were.
Pretend the officer's not here. Do as you're supposed to be doing.
Oh, hello there. Thank you, Dungeon Dive Bar, for the raid.
Dungeon Dive Bar with the raid. Hey, how's it going?
Well, thank you.
Welcome.
I don't believe we've had the pleasure. I'm going to shout you out for the raid, and I'm going to check out your channel when I get the chance here.
Hello, Lightning Eye.
Pleased to meet you. Wait a minute. Did I do the wrong thing? Just a second.
Yeah, you shouted out the last one that you did.
I shouted out the last shout out. Okay, sorry. It's a new command. I've been doing it manually up to this point. All right, let's shout out Dungeon Dive Bar and thank them for the raid. That's great.
The Elder Scrolls versus
Elder Scrolls.
Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim. All right.
And Pathfinder TTRPG. Nice.
Cool. Well, welcome aboard. We're about 2/3 of the way through our Monday night, or our Sunday night game, rather. So, yeah. And thank you so much for checking us out. I am going to check you out too. So, that's great. Going for some good games to chat through. Well, we have certainly a friendly and chatty audience, so by all means.
And not to mention, you can actually backseat our games by spending the channel points. 1,000 points for a reroll, for any reroll you want to do, whether it be the DMs or storytellers, DM, GM, or storyteller, or the players, for good or ill.
Yep. Any roll. 1,000 points, you can say, re-roll that.
Barbarossa wants to know, am I okay with him making a play similar to the stormy and windy roaring 40s? It may be difficult to do by the way our space is structured, but if you can figure out how...
Lightning Eye just followed. Thank you.
Oh, thanks for the follow.
Thank
Right
you.
on. I'll be back on camera in just a moment here.
I will not be because it is too hot in this house to wear clothes.
Ugh. Tell me about it.
It's time for air conditioners, which we'll still have to turn off when we're gaming.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. I had to turn mine off already.
I knew you were going to say that, Aaron. I knew you were going to say that. I knew it.
Here, Barbarossa, just a second here, and I'll show you our map of known space. And if you can figure out how to make that work, then I am definitely interested in difficult challenges for players and characters, for sure. Oh, you're looking at it right now. Okay, awesome. And thank you, Dungeon Dive Bar, for the follow. Much appreciated. I followed you too. Yeah, you should. I'm looking for more good game streams to check out too.
Yeah.
RPGs, definitely.
Wrong Ken. Right Ken.
All right,
You're
so
welcome,
where
Dungeon
were
Dive Bar.
we now?
Just getting the new recruits settled with the bosun.
That's true. Yeah, a thick nebula with swirling asteroids would do it. You're right, Daz. And in a system that has a lot of different wormhole access points that people have to pass through. But you can't put it in Windsmere because I've already... Well, maybe you could. They might have entirely avoided it by accident, I suppose.
In Windsmere? Yeah, it's entirely possible.
I mean, they didn't know where the fuck they were going in that book. They just kind of headed in whatever direction, right?
Hmm?
Yeah, Windsmere's a good one because it tends to be kind of a crossroads.
Considering the many maelstroms, which is a stormy nebula, this like space which affects the many paths around the Ruakasha system.
That's brilliant. That would work perfectly there, Barbarossa. Barbarossa is making use of the name something channel point reward. Toy Soldier Saga universe is of my own creation. I write novels and stories in the universe, and we play a game, obviously, in the universe. Well, okay, more aptly, we played several games for years, which inspired novels,
which inspired this
more
world.
Games. Yeah, or more games. That's how it works.
Yes.
All right, so yes, they were getting people situated. Mm-hmm. I believe I'm still signing people aboard in the Airy.
Yep.
Turn my camera back on. Guess we're back. All right.
Yeah, you're signing people aboard in the Airy. Yeah.
Right. And things are very busy.
Yes.
Get our tattoos. That's what we were doing.
Yes. She brings out a gnomish tattoo gun. Only person here has ever seen one before is Lorik.
Nice.
That looks like it might be a bit more efficient.
She says, yeah, it hurts more.
Yeah, she, braces her arms so that, it doesn't move.
Yeah.
Another beer, Captain?
Don't mind if I do, she
I'd
says.
rather you didn't.
Oh,
She says.
all right, never mind, she
It
says.
thins your blood and makes you bleed all over the place while you're getting a tattoo.
Ah, okay, she says.
Noted.
Okay, Daz, we'll see you later.
Good night, Daz.
Have a good night, guys.
Night, Daz!
Sparklebeard, Dazzler Cat, Moonflower, and Robert the Drunk.
Bye, Daz. Always nice to see you. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, it doesn't take her very long to do. Right, about an hour a piece. There's not a lot of colors in it.
No, pretty simple shades of blue and white, basically.
Yep.
Dark blue and white.
Except for she put silver in it,
Oh, nice.
in the center of the stars.
Nice.
That's
Madri-
beautiful.
Madruma will get his on his forearm.
Okay? You all meet back at the Eyrie after you're done doing your stuff there.
You guys are muted over there. Were you trying to say something earlier, Blake and Dawn?
No, we're good.
No,
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys all meet back at the Eyrie.
Yep.
Ruabel says, so how did it go to you guys who come back from the dockyards?
Went good, says Von Ben. Although, initially the dockmaster was all humming and hawing about some Commodore being ahead of us, and, it didn't look like he was going to take Crowley's fast talk, so I just slid him my birth certificate.
He starts to laugh.
Nicely done, guys, says Celine. Good work.
Madruma just shakes his head with his hand over his eyes. Oh, God.
Okay, I guess that's one way. Documents
I
talk and
do
bullshit
believe-
walks.
and I do believe by this point the work crews have been properly motivated.
Okay.
Ah, spotted them a little extra, did you?
A lot extra, says Cersei's. Probably more money
Good
than they
stuff.
make in a year. Each.
Well, if Von Vin did slide her birth certificate across, then probably
So-
that's sort of expected, she says.
So did Yasma. They were, fair in that.
That's true.
Good work, guys. Well done, she says. We're getting tattoos.
Oh.
She shows them.
Nice!
Tattoos.
So,
By land, sea, and sky, she says.
Perfect.
So who's next? Says Mariama.
well, I think
Me
that
and
would,
Raja.
actually, I think that would be abundant as if we're going down by seniority.
Oh, no, we don't have to be that picky. Crowley volunteered. It's his turn next.
Okay.
Yep.
And I say to Raja, if I'm getting one, you're getting one.
Roar. Roar.
Yeah, it'll be okay. Whatever doesn't kill us makes us strong.
Besides that, then nobody can construe that you are not with our unit and part of our crew.
She
There can
says,
be no mistaking where you belong.
well, you realize your fur will grow back over. Do you plan on continually shaving it? She says.
Oh, I know my fur will grow over it. But if I furl the fur back, I can show that it exists and that people will be able to see that it's there as the hair furls back. I can do the same on
Raja. Okay.
Rajan.
Okay, she says, I could debilitate it for you. It,
Which?
it could debilitate it? Make the hair not grow back there?
Alright.
If you're interested, she says.
Yeah, I thought Crowley was rather fond of making sure his fur was where it's supposed to be. He
Yeah,
has
but
this
you know what?
shell
Yeah,
tattoo covered in fur.
yeah, but you know what? That one can stay covered in fur. I know it's there, and
Yeah, that one's more for him.
this is more an identifying marker that once our crew is famous with some and infamous with others, that our crew will command respect. That's the way of someone visually seeing that they're gonna hand out that respect before you even speak a word.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Also makes us targets, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Yeah, she shaves the area of your arm that she's going to put the tattoo on. She shaves it in a nebulous pattern, so it's not all even, right?
Okay.
So it looks like it blends into your fur. The black from the skyscape blends
Okay.
into the black from your fur, so you can see it, but you know, it's not all just this box cut out of your arm.
That's
Yeah.
clever. Says
And so
Madrona takes
probably
Celine off to the side during this
probably have
entire.
to use,
Okay, just a second, Brianna.
okay. So probably have to use silver for the
Yeah.
whole tattoo on me,
Hmm.
and then just make the stars larger because of the black skin.
Yep. Yeah. You're gonna use silver for the tattoo, and use the black skin to be the night sky.
Yeah.
makes sense.
I only need an outline
Yeah, basically, you need the outline of
of
the
the image.
constellations.
It doesn't need to do any shading or anything.
Nope. Well,
Ooh, it's least
yeah.
amount of pain.
Raja, on the other hand, is sort of white underneath his fur, so
Oh yeah.
so he gets dyed black.
Poor Raja.
Raja looks proud to get the tattoo.
Okay, go aside with Madrimlian.
Okay, now you can go aside there, Madrimland.
Captain,
Yeah.
since we're a specialized unit, maybe we should consider investing in more bug suits for the new Marines.
Do we have that kind of money?
Well, it either comes out of the ship funds that we were trying to put aside, or we save up for it, but we should do it.
Somebody's got to fly the ship while we're off gallivanting on boarding parties, she says.
Oh, I agree on that. And what I'm thinking is, if we're going to be a special marine unit, specifically since most of us are bug suit operators, well, we were, we should probably maintain that status.
For anyone more than a basic crewman, I could see that.
We invest in some out of our ladies' personal fund, and if somebody wants to join the Bug Suit Brigade, we'll let them finance it off of us.
What do you guys think? She says. Should we open this up to everyone? Like, looking around.
I don't know, says Ravel. I'm willing to pitch some money that way if that's the consensus, he says, but he says Are we talking about like expanding the unit?
No, making a second unit that operates off of this ship.
Ah,
Right.
he nods. Yes, I could see that.
Perhaps as a specialized marine unit if we want to do it that way, and I would say no more than another squad. We're definitely going to want to leave troops on to cover the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. At least one more squad.
Squad of 6?
A squad of 12. Or 10.
And it should be something that the Marines have to work for, man.
I
It is a
agree.
special unit.
Yeah, says
Make it-
Rovel. Take it from a military brat. I'm sure you know too, Celine. Right?
Mm.
If a military wants to do something, you got to make them work for it, or they won't respect it. And if you
Make
just give
it-
it to them.
Go
Present
along with
it.
a promotional reward.
Present it like an elite opportunity, which it is. She says.
Exactly.
Okay, if you guys think we should do this, I'm for it. She says, if we have the money to make it work, let's do it.
How much were our suits each?
6,000 gold.
6,000 gold. Okay, so to get 10 suits, it'll cost us 60,000.
Yes.
Now, how much to have them shipped to wherever we're going? Send out message, double time, and have them maybe meet wherever we're going after they're built.
I love your many maelstroms there, Barbarossa. That's fantastic. You just made life very difficult for the other potential game that we had going on, which
Oh,
happens
yeah.
in the future, but that's fine.
The other game that I'm doing there happens in the future and happens to involve them going right near Ruakashi at the moment.
Hmm.
Didn't we go through there?
No,
Not yet.
nobody's
yet.
gone through there.
That's awesome.
Ruakashi's a supernova.
Right.
You don't go through there.
Hey, Coffee. Welcome.
Hi, Coffee. Welcome.
Hello.
Experiencing some tech difficulties. Okay.
Aaron,
Yes.
how much was shipping?
Well, you guys don't know where you're going yet, so having them shipped there is not really possible
okay.
yet.
Well, how much to send message and have them built? Like, I want this message maybe sent magically because I want them made
Mhm.
like right away.
Yeah. All right. To get a message sent that far, about 1,000 gold.
Okay, so 61,000.
Yeah.
Well, Captain, we can take 61,000 of the 147,000 we currently have in the fund.
No, that's not going to leave us short for resupply at any point, is it?
That still
Shouldn't.
leaves us 80,000. Roughly. And if each of us chip in
Here.
a bit for the 1,000, like 100 each,
Okay. She says-
Operating expenses on
We
a ship.
leave us with 86,000. We're left with 86,000.
Operating expenses on a ship that you should generally keep in fund, roughly equivalent to 1,000 gold pieces per metric ton of ship.
Right.
Right. This ship is probably 20 metric tons.
I'll
Okay, so
check
we've
out
got
the
maybe 30?
first star system here.
About 30 metric tons. Right.
So
Aaron,
we're
what-
almost at 3 times what we need
Yeah.
if we spend this money.
Right.
That's
Okay.
after we spend the money.
I hear Arian making noise
And
there.
Yeah, Arian will point out that if we are being commissioned for the war effort, ma'am, we should be able to go to the quartermaster and requisition our pay chests and our supplies and everything we need for the ship initially, at least.
Okay.
Well, the way I see it is all we would have to do is turn in the paperwork that this is what's been put out for it and collect. Since we already have it, we could skip the step of having to go to him to get this and it all signed off and accepted through the proper channels. We have the money. Could we then just turn in basically like a word stating that this has been put out for these resources for the specification of this ship that is being utilized by the Avalonian Imperial Navy?
You mean, can you get reimbursed for it?
Yeah.
No. Navy does not do that. They have PXs. They supply your ships, but if you want to go get your supplies elsewhere, that's up to you.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah, unfortunately, the bug
And
suits
bugs-
are a special unit.
Yeah.
And they probably actually fall under uniform costs,
Yeah.
technically.
Well,
Yeah,
I think,
I'm
imagine
just
it
saying, like,
that,
sales and. I was saying, like, sales and cordage and, you know, waybread and all the other stuff. If we're going to war, that should be supplied by the Navy when we get our commission as a Navy warship.
yes. But extra stuff you have to pay for yourselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the Navy's cheap.
All right. So we are gonna spend that 61,000 on the bug
I think
suits?
so.
Okay.
We don't know how long we're going to be situated here, so we might have time to get the suit sent here.
Aiden's shipped here. What do you think, Captain?
Let's find out where we're assigned to port of call first, she says. It's going to take a little while. We're using it like an elite unit responsibility. Truthfully, we're not in a huge hurry, she says.
Okay. So we'll just have them built and ready to be either picked up or shipped to us wherever we choose.
Yeah, I want to find out where we're assigned first, and then we can arrange to have it shipped there.
Okay, that works for me. I will pay for the courier and the suits.
Okay, yeah,
Is
you
there
go
a
to.
gnomish?
What's
I
that,
believe
Chris?
I heard Arian saying something too.
Is there a gnomish settlement here?
Yes.
So we might not even have to have them shipped. We might be able to go find an artisan.
In Malaysia, that
Local.
can do it, yes.
Oh,
There's a lot of gnomes in the elven lands in this world.
even better.
So we might not have to pay for a message if we can find a local artisan who can crank them out for us.
Malaysia is built in a world tree. Alright, the Malaysian capital city. Right? At its base are hillocks. And in those hillocks lives gnomes. A whole community of them, like, well, when I say community, I mean like 25,000.
Oh, big city.
Yeah,
Yeah.
big city of gnomes, right at the base of the Malaysian capital city. You just have to go down the elevator to the ground.
Good point, Luric.
What did Lurk say?
Well, we could always have them sent to
To the crown, and if he's generous, he could teleport them, perhaps.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I hear scritchy, scratchy things on your mic, dear.
I know, I'm pulling my hair. Okay.
It's been going on for a while, so... Okay. It's starting to irritate me. Stop. Okay.
I also have a question for Arden and for Lyric. Have you guys had any luck on maybe engineering a way I can retrofit one of those goblin cannons onto my suit?
Not yet. Um, you're still working on figuring out the design there, Lorik. All right. It's you got the schematics. You haven't built a prototype or anything yet. All right. So that's what he explains to you. Since Gareth's
Okay.
basically just hanging out because he doesn't have good enough connection to play.
Okay,
All right.
that's fair.
Yeah, it is cloudy up here this evening, and Gareth is working off a cell connection with a booster, so.
Yeah.
Understandable.
It
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah. So you guys head down to Gnome City, and I can't remember what I called it. I'll come up with another name later.
Sprocket?
It seems similar to Ratchet. I can't remember what I called it. Is it Sprocket or Ratchet? Sprocket, we'll call it.
Oh,
Okay.
Alright.
there's a Gnome City in World of Warcraft. We don't want to do that. And copyright and
Yeah.
all that shit.
What?
I think it was a Goblin City,
It's a
actually.
Goblin
Ratchet.
City, Ratchet. And you can't copyright a city name.
Alrighty.
I
If we
bet you I
go
could
Ratchet or Sprocklet.
I bet you I could find a city on Earth named Ratchet.
Could be true. Okay, so they're going down to do that?
Yeah.
Let's see. I guess my work for the day is done then, right? We've touched base with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
My job now is to get to know my new crew.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Ratchet City, Louisiana, according to Shadow.
There you go.
That's awesome. Hi, Shadow. Good to see you. Yeah. Yeah, I guess. Okay, Celine just hangs out with the new officers, obviously, for the night. Right? It would be inappropriate for me to be mingling with the enlisted so quickly. Right? I will worry about that probably over the next couple of days. But yeah.
Yeah, Madrumlin is hanging out with Celine. He's still not sure what his position is on the Void Chaser, since she hasn't informed him.
Well, the problem is I have to know what everybody else's ranks are, because it would be very inappropriate for me to promote somebody above like a considerable amount of seniority. You know, so I have to kind of check on that before I can decide who is doing what precisely.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So,
That's
Yeah.
why
We know
he's
you
just
have at
hanging
least
out.
one other officer that's coming aboard. Because they knew
Yeah.
an officer. His sister.
and frankly, you know, Alisander actually has more seniority than every other lieutenant here.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. No doubt.
That's why Madrumlin is unsure where his position is. So he's
Right.
just staying by the captain for now.
Right. So, yeah, so basically Aaron has to get me the list, and I know he hasn't had time to do it, so that's not going to happen tonight. I'll have the
No.
list tomorrow. Or
Yeah.
not tomorrow, next week.
By next
Right.
week, you guys will have a list of your crew.
He'll probably do that up tonight if I know him, so that he doesn't forget about it.
Yeah, probably.
But, you know, it'll, you know, it won't be finished until next session, so.
Aaron, would you mind sending me the list when you're done so I can add it to the Void Chaser roster when I on Fantasy Grounds?
Sure.
I've already started that, so
Great.
Okay.
Bonvin's just kidnapping Percy's for the night.
Okay.
Besides, Celine may make some promotions, too, if we've got our own ship.
Yep.
So, yeah, whoever was going to Sprocket probably has to be dealt with next. So,
Yeah. So, Blake and Chris, I believe you were both going down there.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll go with Crowley if he needs an escort.
Yeah. Well, he's carrying 60,000 gold. I think he needs an escort. He's tough.
Yeah,
Raja's
technically-
tough, but
It's gonna take Yasma and Arian.
yeah, okay. He's got a good
And
escort. Then.
technically, he's carrying all the gold.
Yeah. Yeah, so you guys head down into Sprocket. It's a very typical gnomish city. There's a lot of neon lights and, you know, um, billboards and things like that. Couple of airships floating above the city. Right? And you get directions to a armorer. Right? It's Marzipan's Exotic Armors.
Okay.
Yeah, you go in to see a rather adorably cute gnomish girl, about adult age, barely,
Yeah.
right? Sitting behind a desk, right?
It's about to get really. It's about to get really loud in here, guys. Just give us a second, okay?
Okay.
I think he's about to start a truck. Oh,
Uh.
wait. False alarm.
Okay.
I thought the truck beside me was gonna start, and it's loud.
Yeah. Okay, so she says, "Hi there."
Hello. How are you today?
Good. She says, "How are you?"
Excellent. I'm doing great.
Wow, you're a tall one,
Um,
she says to Arian.
I just nod and say thanks.
And she says, "What can I do for you?"
I'm looking for well, we call them bug suits. I don't know what you might call them.
She goes, "Bug suits."
Oh, all right then.
She says, "You're looking for him for your size or elf size?"
Elf size.
Oh, she says, "Okay, I can handle that. How many do you need?"
10.
Wow, she says. Okay. She says, 10 bug suits. She says, it'll take me 2 weeks each.
20 weeks. 5 months.
5 months, eh?
Hmm.
All right.
4 months, actually.
Correct.
There's 5 weeks in a elven month.
Okay. So 4 months.
Yeah, yes, Chris?
Perhaps Arian will say to Crowley, we should just purchase them as she completes them and then let her know if we want the next one or if we're going to be forced to ship out.
Well,
She says, "I can always stockpile them for you for when you come into port."
and if they're gonna be like ours, then should we not have rings of recall for them as well?
Yeah, that only works within a mile.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Damn. Have to figure out a way of making that more powerful.
I was just thinking, Crowley, that perhaps if we did it that way, we could purchase what we can while we're here, and then we can let the captain decide if she wants to continue to lay out and stockpile. But that way we get as many as she can make while we're here.
She goes,
For
well,
sure.
if you don't mind me resizing a couple to fit new people, she says, I have a few bug suits in on hand.
How many do you have on hand?
5. She says.
You have 5 on hand that just need a little bit of refitting.
Yeah. She says.
That seems like a good deal.
As long as
And-
you've got 3 girls and 2 boys. Just because they're sized for women.
Do we?
What's that?
I said, do we?
Yes. Elves don't differentiate that much. There's as many female elven marines as male elven marines.
I just didn't know what we drew in my
Yeah.
greens to me shout.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Women come in jarhead who want to blow stuff up too.
Yeah.
I wasn't making a sexist comment. Like I said, I just didn't know who
Yeah.
responded to it.
Yeah, I know.
Nobody was thinking that, Chris. Nobody at
No.
all.
All right. How much for the refitted ones?
She goes, oh, those will sell you for 4,000 apiece.
Okay.
That includes the refitting.
Okay. And then it's 2 weeks apiece for any more that I would want.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, Aaron,
Mhm.
with the refitting of the ship, do you think we'll be here for at least 4 weeks?
Yes.
How much longer than 4 weeks you figure?
It's probably going to be 6 to 8 weeks before you guys are out of here with the ship refitting.
Okay. So, I'll pay her for 4 more brand spanking new ones.
Okay?
At 10,000 apiece, right?
No, 6,000.
6.
Mhm.
Okay.
She says, I can't believe that the Elven Navy makes you guys buy these yourselves. She says, the Gnome Navies provide them for our Marines.
Can I get that in writing?
She says, sure.
I'm sure the
Oh, that's a
will
good
not want to
one.
fall behind. That's
Yeah, get the
Quite a
hoidiest
comment.
hoity higher up you can find and hand him that. Because he'll be like, oh, they can't outdo us. Then
Sure.
it's a big pissing
I'll give you
contest.
a crystal portrait of my contract with the Gnomish Navy.
Excellent.
Oh, well done.
She does. She goes through a filing cabinet and pulls out a folder and unfolds it, and then takes a portrait on a flat piece of crystal, right? That you can project against a wall with a light,
Yep.
right? And it shows her contract with the Gnomish Navy.
Excellent.
That the Gnomish Navy will pay for 1 bug suit per Marine. Yeah, and so on and so forth. They also, because of the discount that they get for being
A large volume purchaser.
volume purchaser, they only pay 4,000 a piece for them. Right, so.
On a more personal note, for a person, of our stature, I'll say to her,
You mean normal
Um,
height?
what's that?
You mean normal height?
Oh, yeah, I guess you could call us normal height, yeah. I like that. But yeah, for us normal height folk who might get crushed by giant folk.
Yeah.
Um, you might mind telling me if you might have any thoughts on some upgrades I might be able to do to my own suit?
She says, there's things I can do to your suit for you.
Yeah.
She says, oh, yeah.
This is
Hydraulics.
this is a goblin, isn't it?
No,
No.
she's a gnome.
Okay.
No.
The goblin let us in. The goblin's working for the gnome.
No, she's a gnome. It
You
was a
said
gnome.
something at the beginning about a goblin.
I don't think I did. If I did,
So,
it was a mistake.
Okay. All right.
She's a gnome.
So, okay. So, I'll just give her an explanation of the goblin weapon that I had acquired for a short time and how it
Really?
kind of worked,
Neat, she says.
and ask her if you know she might be able to maybe rig up an arm cannon that'll shoot, and I'll show her my little dart shooter that doesn't shoot them as hard as I might like.
Oh. She says,
This is kind of an idea. I kind of want it mounted on my right forearm, and maybe the same type of idea with a compressed gas.
her hand starts moving involuntarily in the air, and then she just sort of wanders off towards a sketchboard.
I think she's into it.
She starts sketching.
Cool.
Then she starts talking to herself. Then she seems to realize you're still there and comes back. Oh, I'm sorry, she says.
All right. Well,
I got
if
carried
you can get
away.
that done, here's 1,000 gold extra for your trouble for making it happen.
She says, okay, I'll let you know how much it'll cost when I get it done.
Yeah, that's just the down payment
Mhm.
deposit on that.
I don't know if it'll cost that much.
Well, if it doesn't, then you keep the difference. If it costs more, you let me know.
Okay.
And I'll also, of course, pay her for. I am gonna order 5 new ones and take the 5 refits.
Okay.
So that's 10 weeks, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And we're gonna be here for about 8 weeks.
For sure.
Well, okay, so for sure 8 weeks and possibly
Longer.
a couple more, supplying ourselves and getting shit ready.
Yep.
Awesome. So, I'll put, I guess, half the money back into the coffers. We
Yep.
didn't spend as much as we thought.
Nope.
well, 6 times 5 is 30,000. 4 times 5 is 20,000, so we spent 50,000.
Just did the mathematics on paper here, Brianna, and 5 suits at 4,000 apiece,
It's 20,000.
It's 20,000.
and 5 suits at 8,000 apiece.
No, you're mistaken. 6,000 apiece.
Oh, sorry, pardon me, 6,000 apiece.
It's 30,000, so 50 or 20 and 30 is 50 instead of the 60,000.
Yeah, you saved 10,000.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So yeah, we're at 95,000 now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Still plenty for operating cost.
Yeah.
Is this the same day or is this the next day, Aaron?
This is the same day. It's getting
Okay, so
towards
we're-
night now.
Okay. So when we get back up to the city, I need to find out if somebody in our caster group with like divine type stuff has removed fatigue.
If anybody in your caster group has removed fatigue,
Yes.
probably not prepared.
All right. I will ask them to prepare it for the morning because Arian's going to need it. And then, is there a place I can hire a drummer?
A drummer, like a military drummer?
Yep.
Yeah, you can just requisition one.
All right. Because I'm going to need to requisition one because we're going to beat the arms at 2:30 in the morning outside our barracks.
Okay. Yep. You're getting them ready.
Got to find out which 5 we're sending for the refit.
Yeah. 5 fastest.
Well, we're going to run a night of exercises
Ah, good.
in the 5 best.
Good. 5 will get out there fastest and do the best.
Sorry, I just saw Bob's comment in the chat. Now I understand the purpose of this session. The players had too much money, and it's time for the DM to rectify that.
Yes!
Yes, and Charmy City is asking about name generator.
Okay, her name is Fail.
Yeah.
All right.
They changed it. They would like it to be Sapphire.
Oh,
Okay, we can do that.
Sapphire,
I'll edit it right
sure.
now. No problem.
her name is Sapphire. It was called Sapphire's Exotic Armory.
See, Charmy City really wanted us to have the gnome again, and I was like, well, then give her a name.
Wow, that was impressive.
He forgot he wasn't muted there.
Well done, Blake.
Oh, that was a solid 8, I'd say.
I'd only give it a 7.
You know, that would be a name that would actually work for a gnome.
What's that?
Sapphire Marzipan.
Yep. Yep, Sapphire Marzipan.
Okay. So I'll fix that. Marzipan.
Oh, and when
So sapphire cream filling.
Bug suit maker in
Sprocket.
All right, recorded.
And also, when we get back, I will hand Sable the crystal copy of the Gnomish Navy's contract to equip all their Marines with bug suits for presentation to the Mythal.
Arian, you're a genius, she says.
Ma'am, the military is just another form of bureaucracy when you get right down to it.
It is true, she says. This is
And-
fantastic. When we
and
meet...
if you
Oh, no, go ahead.
and if you poke their pride and point out that somebody's outdoing us, it might get something done.
That's a good point. We can't have that now, can we?
That's right, says Ravel. Poke him in the pride.
Well, Mom's already arranging for us to meet with the Admiral here, the Admiral Celestis, so that we can pass on our intelligence.
Mhm.
This would be a good opportunity to show him that, I think.
Mm.
Good work, she says. You guys are just outdoing yourselves
Named
today.
Ruby Cheesecake, your Tobag fondant.
Yeah,
Throw the idea of the sharp new uniforms.
clever. I like it, guys. You just want us to match your fur, she says.
I told Bob to redeem for it, by the way. If he wants those strings.
Hey, the best gnome name I've ever heard was Pamplemousse. That is the best gnome name.
That is a good gnome name.
So I figured it out. She's
Oh, look,
also
a
known
grapefruit.
as Blue Almond Paste.
Blue almond paste.
Well, that's true. That is what that translates to, really. Yes, Crowley is a cat folky type person there, Bob.
Yep.
You're absolutely right.
As you can see by his icon, that's covering Blake's face.
I just thought that was kind of cool earlier. She's like, yes, the figurine talks. Did he have his bug suit modified for a tail? Sort of
Good stuff.
can't.
Yeah,
Because
no, they're airtight. Right, his tail just goes down his leg hole. In his.
And actually, they
Up
do
along
have
my
a small
back.
extra dimensional
Yeah.
storage space in them as well.
Yeah, they do. So,
I could put my tail in that.
yeah.
well, we are at 9 o'clock here, just about, and this
Yeah.
seems like a good place to put it up.
Yeah.
Coffee, are you okay to go live yet? You sounded like you were having a great deal of technical problems.
She was having a great deal. Her computer wouldn't reboot or anything. don't know.
Bob's looking for ways to spend our money. You'd have a tail built into the suit. That'd be at least another 1,000 gold. Yeah.
Yeah, Bob's always good for me.
No, coffee is not up yet.
No,
Okay.
I don't know if coffee's going up. Sort of like a
Oh.
reverse cod piece.
We'll see who else is on here.
And Arian, of course, is always looking for ways to stick it to the brass.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Mithril. This is the
Alright, well.
Elven Navy. The Avalonian
Oh,
Navy.
yeah, the mithril.
Yes, that's right.
Have a good night, guys. We gotta get going.
Yeah, all right, guys.
Okay,
Okay.
Have a good
Good
night,
Have a good
John.
night, guys. Okay, so that's the end of the game. How did everybody feel about it?
That was fun.
oh, I had a
That
blast.
was a lot of fun.
I had an awesome time.
I enjoyed putting my stuff
Oh,
that I've
Element
read
Ed's
about
up?
how navies of the time period work. Yeah, Element Ed's is up. So,
I don't
Tal.
follow them. I don't follow Tal. I'm gonna have to rectify that. First of all,
Well,
get
I'll
into
put
the
in the
channel.
raid then.
Yeah, put in the raid.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to put it in right immediately, but
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Yeah, when
Right.
you're ready.
Sorry. Excuse me. Yeah. So, what was I talking about? Yeah, I'm happy to have been putting my knowledge of how navies at the time work, to work. Right. I was like, oh no, oh shit, everybody's going to be trying to refit. We need to get in now.
Yes.
And we need people now. So that was a fun challenge, and you know me, I always like a good brain challenge,
Yep.
right? See if I can anticipate and strategize. So that's great. I had a good time.
Mhm.
I didn't get a lot of playtime in, but I had a really great time, and blowing the Dockmaster's mind was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm sorry, hon, for this session.
That's all right. It just works that way sometimes. Sometimes you get a bunch of spotlights, sometimes you don't. It's just
Yeah.
how games work.
That's true.
I had
I mean,
lots
I
of
had a
fun
lot of-
anyways.
I had fun laughing at Crowley.
Crowley was pretty exceptional tonight.
Yes, Crowley was exceptional. You get MVP tonight there, Crowley. Oh, they're
Of
gone.
course, he's already gone.
Crowley
Yeah,
gets
that's right.
MVP.
That's something we should probably get the audience to vote on in the future.
Yeah, I think I will. How many people
make
can we
it a
put in a
poll.
poll? I think you can only put 5 entries in a poll.
6.
Can
6
you?
entries.
Well, you know what? Do we want to do a poll, or do we want to do that for next time?
Next time.
Okay.
Next time, because I'm sure that lots of people have gone already, right? And
Yeah.
Since we're on wind down,
Yeah.
and then that way, when we're hitting about 8:45, you can put the poll together and put it up, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
so people got
exactly.
some time.
Yep, makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, blah. Everybody else, how did you feel about tonight's session?
I really enjoyed getting to put Arian's enlisted skills to use for the group.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that the other captains, when I mustered our crew, were like shitting bricks at how fast we filled our berths.
Yep. Like, son of a bitch.
The fuck happened there? Yeah. All right.
My
we missed
microphone
anyone?
is peeking out, so I'm turning it down a little bit. Anybody else got anything to say?
Well, I like the fact that I threw Daz, Bob, Barbarossa, and Moon under the bus for crew names.
Yeah, you did. That was fun. All right.
Okay, guys. Thank you very much.
Mhm.
Yeah, Monday is our day off. We'll be back on Tuesday with Ask an Old GM, as you see on our new credit screen, which I think is really excellent. I'd like to thank Dinosaur Bob again for showing us how to get OBS Live going as opposed to the other software we're using. It is running much smoother. I had 0 dropped frames today, 0 problems with lag.
Yeah, we dropped 0 frames during this one, too.
Wow.
Nice.
This is our hardest stream on the system, so
Yeah,
that's
there's
great.
Lots of videos.
Exactly. Fantastic. So much happier with that.
Yeah, thanks, Bob. You're a godsend.
All right. Let's do this here. Toy Soldiers Old School is game mastered by Aaron Ree, based on the Toy Soldiers Saga universe created by Diane Morrison. Audio and video are provided by Google Meet. Sound effects and ambience provided by Sirenscape. Music provided by Whitesand. Check out his Patreon at patreon.com/Whitesand. Mapping software provided by Campaign Cartographer 3+, Incarnate and World Spinner with adaptations in Adobe Photoshop. Character graphics provided by Hero Forge. Gaming software provided by Fantasy Grounds, Hero Lab, and World Anvil. Check out our campaign at www.worldanvil.com/w/Toy Soldier Saga. Distributed under a Creative Commons Attribution License, the Toy Soldier Saga is copyright 1995 by Diane Morrison. All rights reserved. Thanks for joining us today or tonight, wherever you are. We are now going to be rating Element Eds. This is Tal. They're a friend of the channel. Don't forget to shout when you get there. Prepare to be boarded, because we are the Sables Privateers, and it has been a pleasure gaming with you guys tonight.
We've had a lot of fun. Thank you very
Good night.
much.
And we love the chat crew, and let's see more of that. It was fun.
That was great.
Thank you. And thank you for participating in our game tonight.
Mhm.
Whenever you're ready.
It's not up on my screen. You're going to have to do it, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Get in the right box. Element Eds, right?
Yep. Well, I typed it in, but it's not showing up to... Oh, there we go.
Good night, all.
Mhm.
And we're off.
We're off the air.
All right.
Thank you for the raid. Hi everyone, welcome in. Just waiting for the raid calls coming. Prepare to be boarded, for we are the Sables Privateers. Roween, thanks for the follow, Roween. Hey Bob. Siobhan, hello. all these wonderful people have come to say hello. Erin, hello, Erin.
Oh. So I wonder who I'm hearing Element Heads
Thank
from.
you for the follow.
Aaron. Got
Aaron.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably Aaron's.
How was the stream? How did it go? And how is everyone? Welcome, welcome. Raid hype. Whoop whoop.
Okay, talk to you guys all later unless you guys have something to talk about now. We're good
Now,
for.
just wanted to ask, are we good for
We've
Wednesday?
about a minute left on that sprint timer.
Yeah, I was just.
And then it'll go to a break. I'm not sure if the break will be 10
I'm
or
good.
15 minutes though. It'll be either a short or a long break. Short break, so it'll be 10-minute break. And then we'll
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
See you Wednesday. That was fun.
Yeah.
We have an early session for Siobhan. Does anybody else need time before the game?
No.
No, I don't think so.
I didn't realize we were making those for somebody else. Okay. Let me redo my math then.
Okay.
Okay.
Madrimlian was thinking it was for the new bug suits for the new crew, but I think you should make them pay outright for the full kebab.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just double the cost. For 72,000 total.
Yeah, I just editing the thing. It's still gonna take 70 days to make all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you enchant the armor suits.
Yep.
No, to make Arminger.
Yeah. I put the cost and time in Discord.
Okay.
Do you guys want me to do it before or after my current projects? In that case, you're gonna have to add another 80, 22, 28 days on top of that.
Well, that's fine. We have to find people who are capable of being in the suits anyway.
Well, that's what we're doing tonight.
Yep.
That's part of the reason why Arian's spending the night awake running drills and field exercises and everything he can think of to run
Disassemble
our
that
marines
ballista. Move it over
directly into the
there.
ground.
Disassemble that ballista. Move it over there. Put it back together. Now disassemble it. Now move it back to the first place. Now put it back together.
Good stuff.
Yep.
Okay, good night, guys.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night, Sable.
Keep track of ammo and stuff now too for the
Yeah.
weapon.
Well, you know, it's
Touch.
be glad you don't have cannons. Marines had to do cannon crawls. That's where you got to take apart a cannon and carry it across a battlefield and reassemble it.
Heck, you never know. Arian might just do that to them anyway.
Yeah, he has seen a cannon, so he might very well approximate it with a very heavy log.
Yeah, like a green one. Fresh cut.
Yep. Basically, everything he can think of, he's trying to find the 5 best candidates to send down to be fitted into the bug suits.
Well, most of our stuff is saved in the cloud. Right? So if we got a blue screen of death, I could just reinstall Windows.
Alright, well, I'm going to head off, so have a good night.
Yeah, good night, hon.
Night, Brianna.
Night, Brianna.
Okay.
Night, Aaron.
Good night.
Night, Ron. Night, G-Man.
Night.
Good night.